Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Daniel Cody, giving you commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Thank you so much for joining. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw overseas in Birmingham, England. First of all, let's get some small news out of the way. First of all, I am praying for Bayley because Bayley is having a mid-career crisis and she's hearing voices like Randy Orton, except this week she's not hearing her heelish voice, which had us all thinking Bayley was going to go heel. But we're actually getting the good side of Bayley. It's like if you watch the old cartoon shows like Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry. First of all, those guys, if there was a jail for animals, Jerry would be doing a few decades for attempted murder. If you watch Tom and Jerry or Looney Tunes, you've probably heard of those funny statistic scenes where you have a devil in red on your right shoulder and you have what is supposed to be the good Lord on your left shoulder dressed in all white. Now, this is one of those scenarios with Bayley, except with Bayley, it's not a literally Bayley in white on the left and Bayley in red on the other. It's just voices. And this time we got to hear the original Bayley, the Hugger Bayley's voice, competing, or better yet, combating vocally with the heelish Bayley with the Raven from Teen Titans haircut. Nonetheless, we don't know what's going to happen. Lyra Valkyria, one of Europe's own, is concerned, and I could just hear Booker T in the commentary booth saying, Lyra needs to concern herself with business that concerns her. Oh, yes, man. I'm just playing. That's the best Booker T line I could do right now. Oh, yes, man. But in any event, moving forward, I am very interested in seeing what happens with that. We have AJ Styles going up against Finn Balor. Not bad, but the match at TLC 2017 was awesome. Be sure to check that out. It's on YouTube. We had Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez. Those two are awesome to watch. However, Rhea wins. Rhea always gets a pop from the fans. Rhea wins this match, and Raquel attacks. Io Sky takes over, although they were supposed to go their separate ways in a respectful, graceful form. But the more I watch this angle, the more I think that Asuka is going heel. And I don't know if this is going to open up for darker Asuka that we were supposed to get in 2023, but Asuka's going heel. Of course, we have, where does Kairi Sane fit in this? I don't know, because I know she's torn. But let's talk about some other things that went on. We opened up the show tonight with Roman Reigns, which is why I'm wearing One Versus All, Roman's old Big Dog t-shirt. We opened up the show with Roman Reigns coming in, receiving the love from the crowd, and talking about having big plans as the crowd serenades Roman with the chant and battle hymn of Roman Reigns. First, it was Tony Storm. Then it was Cody Rhodes. Then it's Roman Reigns. Now, Paul Heyman, the dummy, tried to make it Bronson Reed, but no one is trying to chant that. And my prediction for Clash at the Castle is that Roman Reigns wins. My desire at Clash in the Castle is that Clash at Paris is that Roman wins. Roman will win. We also have we don't know what's going to happen with Stephanie Vacro, because I like Stephanie Vacro, but Naomi is no longer champion, so we got to see what happens after that. We also have tonight's main event of LA Knight versus Bronson Reed. And this takes momentum from LA Knight because LA Knight was defeated by Bronson Reed, who was supposed to be the guy who does the hitman for Seth Rollins. However, we have a fatal four-way match this Sunday. Jay Uso comes in and tries to fight off Seth, ends up super kicking both LA Knight and CM Punk, who are also out there because they have a vendetta with Seth Rollins. My prediction for Clash in Paris is that unfortunately, Seth Rollins will retain the World Heavyweight Championship. My desire for Clash at the Castle is that either Punk or Jay or LA Knight win the World Championship, but we all know that Seth is going to find a dirty heelish way to retain. Of course, can I say this about Bronson Reed? I got to go back to Bronson Reed. Even though I know Roman is going to win, I want to make 2 points. First and foremost, Bronson Reed has a sneaker fetish. That is what I'm going to call Bronson. From now on, Bronson Reed will be known as Bronson Sneaker Fetish Reed because he keeps trying to steal Roman's shoes. Do you have a thing for sneakers? I don't know. I mean, people are getting into a whole bunch of things these days, and I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying. Of course, I would like to see Roman Reigns face off against Braun Breaker in a one-on-one match at some point and at a PLE. That's going to be big office in my personal humble opinion, but you tell me what you think. My other predictions going forward. John Cena versus Logan Paul. My prediction, John Cena. My desire, John Cena. My prediction for the WWE, will the WWE Championship be defended in Paris? Because if it is defended in Paris, my prediction is Cody Rhodes. My desire is Cody Rhodes. We also have, I believe that's all that I am aware of. Oh, we have Sheamus versus Rusev. My prediction, I don't know. My root desire is Sheamus. Either way, I think it's going to be a great event at Clash in Paris. One day Paris is on my bucket list. And of course, by the end of this week, I will try to bring you my favorite matches from WWE Europe. That is my intention by the end of this week, to give you my top 10 favorite matches from the European continent. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite match. Let me know what you think about tonight's episode of Raw. I'm your host, Stan Cody. I'll see you next time. Have a safe week, everyone.